not sure. I think...
Mr. Hannay, I'm afraid I'm guilty of leading you down the garden path. Or should I say up? I can never remember.
Well, certainly seems to be the wrong garden, all right.
That it does, Mr. Hannay. You forced me into a very difficult position. You see, I live here as a respectable citizen. It became known that I was, how shall I say, not what I seem. My whole existence could be jeopardized. My very best friend is the sheriff of the county. There's my wife and daughter to think of. And what makes it doubly important, that I simply just can't let you go, is that I'm about to convey some very vital information out of the country. Oh yes, they've got it all right. I'm afraid poor Annabella Schmidt would have been far too late. So it seems there is only one option, Mr. Hannay.
Excuse me, dear. I shall be serving lunch directly. The sheriff has to go in 3. Will Mr. Hammond stay?
I don't think so, dear. Unless, of course, you decide to join us, Mr. Hannay.
For lunch?
No, you see, you're just the kind of man we need. Sharp, intelligent, cold-blooded, ruthless. When the war comes, these are the exact qualities we need.
War?
Oh yes, there'll be quite a show of it.
But what if I don't believe in these qualities?
What other qualities are there?
Well, human qualities.
Human qualities? What human qualities?
Loyalty, selflessness, sacrifice, love.
Love. Oh, please, Mr. Hannay. When have you ever loved anyone? It's not in your nature, old sport. Never has been, has it? But you know this. So sad, isn't it? No one to love, no one to care for, no home to go to. But there is, you see, there is our home.
Our home?
The only place you'll find love, old chum, where you really and truly belong. Oh yes, we will give you love, Hannay. And in return, you will love us, the master race, on our great unstoppable march, commanded eternally by destiny itself. Fellow sport, what do you say? Will you join us, Hannay?
Well, Professor, if you think I'm suitable material...
Oh, I do. How unutterably splendid. I will tell Mrs. Jordan.
There's just one little thing, sorry.
Of course, anything.
One little question
Ask away.
before I sign up.
Absolutely, mein Liebling.
What exactly is,
Yes.
the 39 steps?
The 39 steps? The 39 steps? I will tell you, Mr. Hannay. It is my own brilliant idea. The very soul of the enterprise. The very... Oh! But wait a minute. You thought you could join us and then...
Master Race! I despise you!
You were as bad as she was. Annabella Schmidt, with all her outmoded, sentimental notions. Her high-minded, democraticish, bowen, scheisen
bugger!
The 39 steps, I will tell you, Mr. Hannay, you will never, ever know. Cigarette cases, pocket watches, spectacle holders. Never a hymn book, Mr. Hannay.
Yes.
Who'd have thought a hymn book could stop a bullet? Still, I'm not surprised. Some of those hymns are terrible hard to get through. To think I was drinking the villain's champagne only half an hour before. I can barely believe it. Tea, Mr. Hannay?
No, thank you.
Calling himself a professor, whereas all along he was
A spy!
spy. Pretty slick sleuthing for an amateur, Mr. Hannay.
Thank you.
Sure about the tea?
Quite sure, thank you. Listen, Sheriff, I don't mean to rush you or anything, but oughtn't we to be taking steps? This is serious, you know. If it weren't, do you think I'd put myself in your hands with a murder charge hanging over me?
Ah, never heed the murder, Mr. Hannay. I don't doubt you'll be able to convince Scotland Yard of your innocence as easily as you've convinced me. All I need is a short statement to forward to the proper authority. I have someone coming from the police station next door to take it down. Biscuit?
No, no biscuit, thank you.
Nice Garibaldi.
Listen, Sheriff, there's no time to be lost. He's got all the information, and there's a secret vital to the safety.
Are you wishing to see me, Judge?
Indeed I am, Chief Inspector. Do you think I enjoy playing for time with a murderer?
A murderer?
A murderer?
Richard Hannay, you're under arrest on the charge of willful murder of a woman unknown in London Tuesday last, Portland Mansions. Take him to the county jail.
But you've heard my story. It's true, every word of it.
Listen, Mr. Hannay, we're not such imbeciles here in Scotland as some smart Londoners may think. I don't believe your cock and bull story about the professor. Why, he's my best friend in the district. Get me the professor. Yes, the professor.
Well, if the professor didn't shoot me, then where did this bullet come from?
Grab him, man. Oh, ho, ho. You're in deep water, Hannay, and it's getting deeper by the second. This is the sheriff of the county here, and I'll thank you to... Who's this? Oh, Professor. I do beg your pardon most humbly, sir. Just to let you know, sir, we've apprehended the villain, sir. Yes, indeed we have. Thank you kindly, sir.
I demand that you let me speak to the Foreign Office in London.
Foreign Office in London? I think not, Mr. Hannay. Handcuffs, Inspector, please.
Come along quietly now, sir. Please, sir.
Handcuffs going on now, sir.
I don't think so.
dear Professor, everything to
Excuse me, I wonder if you can help me.
Just a minute.
Right. Absolutely. Can I help?
No, thank you.
The thing is, you see,
If you don't mind.
Sorry.
Right.
I'm in a bit of a pickle, you see, and I...
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Oh, you're here at last.
Am I?
Oh, it's so good of you to come. Ah, we're all here. We're all here. Mr. McQuarrie here, look who's here. Sit yourself down. Sit yourself down. Everybody's here, right? Ah, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my very great pleasure to welcome to the stage our ever-popular chairman, Mr. McQuarrie, to say a few choice words about this evening's illustrious special guest speaker. Mr. McQuarrie, if you would please.
Yes, thank you. Well, there's no need for me to tell you about how illustrious speakers many
Mr. McQuarrie, sir.
I
Speak up, sir.
speak up.
Speak up, aye.
There's no need for me to tell you about illustrious guest speakers many and remarkable qualities. I find you, but statement will speak for itself. He's a gentleman from London, very respected, and with foremost figures the diplomatic history of the world. Thank you. Without further ado, please give me over stage. Can you remember I kissed her?
Ladies and gentlemen, I must apologize for my hesitation in addressing you, but the simple truth is I had completely failed to realize that in his flattering opening remarks, the chairman was actually talking about me. Thank you. Well, when I journeyed up to Scotland a few days ago on the Highland Express, travelling over that magnificent structure, the Forth Bridge, I had no idea that a few days later I would be addressing an important political meeting. May I say, with utmost sincerity and from the bottom of my heart, how absolutely delighted and relieved I am to find myself in your presence at this moment. Well, come in, take a seat. I'm just about to get to the vestry. Good heavens. Hello?
Hello.
Anyway, anyway, delighted and relieved, because as long as I stand on this platform, I'm delivered from all of the cares and anxieties that are normally the lot of a man in my position. Anyway, today we're here to talk about, what shall we talk about? The herring trade, or haddock perhaps, or the idle rich. Not that I can talk about that because I'm not rich, and I've never been idle. That's awfully. I've been pretty busy all my life, really. Not recently. Recently, I've been in a bit of a slump, to be honest. Catching myself in the middle of the night, thinking damn thoughts and what have you. Well, not that recently. Recently, in the last few days, or in the last day, really, things have gone a bit haywire, frankly. But the odd thing is that you carry on. And it's pretty bracing when you do. Pulls a chap out of himself, if you know what I mean. Not knowing what's going on. Who to turn to, who to trust. Whether it's going to be all right in the end. Something, I don't know, stirs the old bones, gets the old ticker pumping, and your mind singing, and your heart's racing, and you're meeting people, yes, meeting people, doing the best that they can in all the situations that life throws at them. And they don't give up, they damn well keep going. And I'll tell you what else they do too. They do the best they can for other people, yes. No matter what sort of problems they got, they damn well help each other. Is that such an outmoded, sentimental notion? Is it? Well, is it? I believe we should set ourselves resolutely to make this world a better place. A good world, a happy world, a world where no nation plots against nation, no neighbour plots against neighbour, where there's no persecution or hunting down, and everyone gets a square deal and a sporting chance, where fear and suspicion and cruelty have been forever banished. So I'm asking each and every one of you here tonight, you and you and you and definitely you, is that the sort of world you want? Because that's the sort of world I want. So come on, everyone, let's vote on it. Let's vote for a good world, a better world, and above all, vote for Mr. McCrocodile. There. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
This is the man you want, Inspector.
Where have I heard those words before?
He's the one, miss?
Yes, definitely, he's the one.
I suppose you think you've been damn clever.
Officer, kindly tell your prisoner not to insult me, please.
Go along now, sir.
But you heard my story in the railway carriage. It's true, every word of it.
Thank you very much, miss. That'll be all, thanks.
Don't mention it. Goodbye, officers.
Listen, you have to believe me.
That's
There's an
enough
enormously
now.
important secret being taken out of the country. I can't do anything myself because of these fool detectives. If you telephone Scotland Yard...
Goodbye, Mr. Hannay.
Beg your pardon, miss.
Edwards. Pamela Edwards.
Well, on second thoughts, Miss Edwards, we should like it if you would come with us too.
Me? Whatever for?
To identify the prisoner, miss.
Oh, but I've already told you who he
It's
is.
just to the police station, miss.
If you wouldn't mind, miss.
Well, where is this police station?
Inverary, miss.
Inverary? That's nearly
40 miles.
40 miles.
You shut your mouth.
He's to be questioned by the Procurator Fiscal personally, miss.
Procurator Fiscal personally.
It's essential for the public security, miss.
Essential for public security. Well, if it's absolutely necessary.
Thank you very much, miss. If you wouldn't mind stepping into the car, please, miss.
The what?
Stepping into...
fallen down on that road, miss. We shall have to go round. The man knows the way, miss.
Excuse me, Inspector.
What?
Might I see your warrant?
You shut your mouth.
Would you like to have a good bet, Pella? All right, I'll have it with you, Sherlock. I'll lay you 100 to 1 that your procurator fiscal has the top part of his little finger missing. I win.
What are we stopping for?
Damn sheep, get out of the way.
Well, well, a whole flock of detectives.
Well, there's nothing else for it. We're going to have to clear him ourselves. Come on, man.
Stranger, they've got no shepherd.
I said, come on, man.
It's not going to be that easy, you know. And all this thick fog that's suddenly come down. All of a sudden. Out of nowhere. And what are we going to do with him?
Ah, right.
What are you doing? Unchain this handcuff.
There you are. Now you are a special constable, miss. As long as you stay, he stays.
Come on, move
Now
it.
clear the road. Come on.
Get away,
Get
go on.
off the road, you ancient beast.
Come on, move it.
And as long as I go, you go. Come on.
What are you doing?
Listen. Feel this pistol?
Yes?
Do you want me to shoot you stone dead?
Not particularly, no.
Then get a move on.
They got away.
Where'd they go?
How do I know? If we don't find him,
Yeah?
our lives won't be worth living.
Oh my God.
Wait.
What?
The car.
Where?
There.
Oh, right.
Take it.
Take it.
We gotta find him. We gotta find him.
We're going to find them.
I just said that.
I know you just said that.
Well, don't say it again.
All right. Oh.
Now, come on.
Right.
Come on.
Oh.
Come on!
I'm stuck. I can't move.
Listen. One more peep out of you, and I'll shoot you first, and then I'll shoot myself. Come along.
Oh, no, I'm in a puddle.
So you are. There.
Oh, I'm soaked through.
Never said this would be easy, Pamela, my dear. Smell that heather. Makes you glad to be alive, doesn't it? Come on.
Lovely, yes. Stop doing that.